sports fans, I'm Zach Huffman.
And I'm Andrew Patch.
And these are your sports announcements.
The athletic department is selling football tickets for the Falcons game at Lucas Oil Stadium on Saturday, September 17th at 7:30 p.m. Pre-sale tickets are $10, while tickets the day of the game are $15. Please be a part of the homecoming game against Franklin Central.
The PE teachers would like for all underclassmen to look through their closets and drawers at home for old PE uniforms. If you no longer need your PE uniform, please bring it to one of the PE teachers.
There will be a call-out meeting for anyone interested in participating in gymnastics this year. Please plan to meet Coach Soriano on Friday the 9th, right after school in the west wing of the auditorium for a brief meeting.
The athletic events for tonight.
Boys tennis for Bloomington North at 4:30. 9th
grade JV and varsity volleyball versus Bloomington North at 5:30.
Now back to the news desk.
And in all honesty, we played the best game of football that we have played at this school in 5 or 6 years, possibly. You know, this was the best game of football we've played since the Weesey era. And I don't know, guys. What are your thoughts, Connor?
I've never seen, since I can remember actually watching the games, is you have Perry Meridian play four full quarters of football, and it just I'm just shocked at defensively how well we played. That we've had that well defensively and that well offensively that we can put up 45 points, and I don't even remember playing that way in the Weezy days either.
Very true. Because I mean, we struggled with some big teams in the even some of the small teams in the Weezy days. Blake.
Well, I mean, I thought one of the biggest things was our offense and how they got rolling so quickly and kept the ball going. Everybody said, you guys aren't going to score a touchdown. Bloomington North's defense hasn't allowed a touchdown in 2.5 games, and we come out, we have that big pass to Willie Martin that gets that crap call and gets called back, and then we go right back down the field and score again. So, and then us putting up, I don't know how many offensive points we put up. I know we put up 2 defensive touchdowns, right? I know we blocked a punt and recovered it and returned for a touchdown.
I think it was just one.
Just one?
Yeah. But we had several turnovers that ended up leading to a touchdown. So, I mean, that was, in all honesty, if we were to play like that this season, there would only be one game that I would question, and that would have been the Lawrence Central game. Every other game we would have dominated.
Well, we got beat 2 games by 4 points combined. So that's just, if we play that kind of defense week in and week out, we'll be a contender every week, no matter who we play.
In all honesty, our offense has gained leaps, or has really changed leaps and bounds from previous years, and honestly, I feel like this year our main problem has been the defense.
Yeah.
And I would never, if you would have asked me that question last year, I would never have expected to say that. But I feel that our defense comes out in the first half very, very strong, but struggles to finish a game. And last week was the first game this season that we have actually finished a game. The Decatur Central game, we did not finish that. Decatur Central almost came back and beat us. What was Franklin Central game? We did not finish that one.
Came back and beat us.
Southport did come back and beat us. Center Grove did come back and beat us. And what was the other team that we lost to? Lawrence Central. That was just they manhandled us, and from an offensive standpoint, that was an awful game. Noah, you look like you're anxious to say something.
Oh, I just wanted to – you mentioned the offense. I was just kind of surprised that last week Perry's had some trouble running the ball, and a combined effort from 4 running backs, they had a lot of success on the ground. And, most of the year it's been just pass, pass, pass. And if they can have success like they did last week running the ball and then mixing in the passes – they're going to have a lot of success.
What I find when we play the teams like Bloomington, we have really great east to west runners that can run side to side, can get around the corner. When we start playing the LCs and you start playing the teams that are really quick and that have Josh Murphys and they have Carl Kelly, you're going to start running north-south. And that's what I saw last week. Dominique Johnson got up and started following his blockers. You get 4 or 5 yards. Willie Martin surprised me, started running hard. Josh started running hard. It's just – once we can put the east and west with the north and south, we'll have a complete running game.
One of the things that I find very coincidental is that Coach Marsh during the Franklin Central game, he said, during halftime, he said, I sit here and I pray that something bad happens to our team right now because I want to see how we recover from that bad thing happening. And first thing comes off. funds, and we're going to go straight over to Dr. Little. What is the history behind the referendum, and just kind of give an idea to everyone listening right now what it really is and how it has come to this situation that we're in?
Well, this is a pleasure to be here this evening. I want to thank you for the invitation of coming on Falcon Web Radio tonight. The history and the background has been very interesting from that standpoint. We had for 2009 and 2010, we had cut $9.5 million out of the budget to balance our budget. We're very proud of the fact that in 2011 we have a balanced budget, but those reductions have been painful. As you gentlemen realize around the table, significant impact on your instructional program because we moved from a block scheduling to a traditional 7-period day. Huge changes in the high school level, and that has been met with much concern and much discussion, I know, among the student staff and among the faculty as well. We then basically took our financial issues to a community group, because we realized in projecting out over the next 5 or 6 years that we're going to need to cut another $10 million out of the budget. We've already cut 9.5. We cut 10 in the future, and that what we were starting to see on the horizon was something that we were very concerned about. So we gathered together a group of community members, about 35 people, all walks of life in Perry Township, to sit down and basically take a look at our budget. We opened the books up and we took a look at the finances, and we asked the community members, you tell us where we need to begin cutting, because we need to begin next year in 2012. We need to start cutting dollars out of the budget. It'll be a gradual cut, about $660,000 each year. Until we get to 2016, then we're going to have to cut $3.2 million out in one single year. $3.2 million. So what we're looking at, we've already riffed 115 staff members. So we are down 115 people in this school district serving the needs of children. Got to remember, we still have the same number of students. That's an important key factor. So now we're looking at cutting another 125 staff members out of the budget.
Well, and aren't the numbers of students in Perry Township increasing as the years go on? From what I've heard, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
No, that is an excellent point. We grew by over 200 students last year, and we're projected to grow possibly that many again next year, because Perry Township has a strong reputation for quality educational experiences. We want to continue that tradition here in Perry Township. So we brought the issues to the community group. And we said, where do we cut? Where do we need? Because when you cut $10 million out of a budget, a ream of paper doesn't do it. You've got to look significant.
So number 22, Michael Davidson and Sam Cooper will be going to center court to start off this ball game. We'll see if Perry Murden can get it. Sam Cooper jumps right over Michael Davidson, is able to get the ball for Perry Murden as Kyle Roop comes off and gets the rebound. Kyle bringing it around past to Gil Journey. Journey on the right side corner of the three-point arc kicks it around to Cameron Casey, his first start of the season. Kyle Roop then passes back to number 32 for Perry Meridian, Brad Shaler. Shaler takes it inside the paint and then immediately passes out to Roop. Roop over to Journey. Journey, left side corner of the three, passes back to Roop. Roop loses control of the ball. Number 23 takes it. Demarion Moore. Moore going coast to coast, goes up for the two-point easy layup, and it's in. Gil Journey going to inbound for the Falcons. The inbound is to Brad Shaler. Shaler just now bringing it up past the elbow behind court, then passes the timeline. Being guarded heavily by number 15 of Decatur, Robert Jackson. Shaler then passes to Roop. Roop at the top of the key, kicks it inside to Sam Cooper. Cooper out to Casey. Casey with a pump fake, brings it back around for the trick shot, won't take it. Passes inside to Sam Cooper. Cooper, a shot that doesn't have a chance, and it won't go in. Number 23 gets the rebound. Demarion Moore. Moore takes it inside the paint, trying to run this whole team. It seems like puts out the two-point shot, and that'll be blocked by Gil Journey. Where number 23, number 22, Michael Davidson will get the rebound. Davidson passes inside the paint to number 34, Michael Moore. Moore on the right side block, puts up the two, and it's in. 4-0 is your score. 6 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the first. Right now, Kyle Roop will have the inbound, bringing it up just now, passing the timeline.
brings the ball around, a sloppy pass to Cameron Casey. Will go out of bounds on Perry Meridian and go to Decatur. The ball will go to Decatur Central. Sloppy start by Perry Meridian so far in this ball game. Blake?
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of miscommunication by the Falcons right now. Those sloppy passes and everything. Number 23 for.
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Zach Huffman, and these are your sports announcements.
If you haven't heard yet, the football team will be taking on Franklin Central Saturday at Lucas Oil. Come all decked out in your construction gear. Also, the football parents will be putting on a tailgate from 3 to 6 at 823 South Chadwick Street, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46225. This is near the stadium. Hot dogs and burgers will be provided. Bring your own drinks. Here's more.
Today is the last day to purchase pre-sale tickets to the Falcons football game at Lucas Oil Stadium on Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Tickets may be purchased for $10 in the athletic office. Tickets must be purchased prior to 1 p.m. today, as we must turn in any unsold tickets.
Perry Meridian students will sit in sections 143 and 144. Our band will sit in section 145 for the game.
Hey Falcon fans, if you are interested in showing your Falcon spirit with some retro athletic wear, the athletic office has several items for sale for $5. Stop by the athletic office to make your purchases.
There will be a girls basketball organizational meeting on Tuesday, September 20th, right after school in the main gym. This meeting is for girls in grades 9 through 12 who are not currently in a fall sport. If you're unable to make the meeting, please see Coach Armstrong in the gym or athletic office.
There are no athletic events for tonight, so be sure to make it to the extravaganza at 6:30.
The athletic events for Saturday.
Varsity football versus Franklin Central at Lucas Oil Stadium at 7:30.
Freshman football versus Franklin Central at home at 10 a.m.
Girls varsity soccer versus Franklin Community at 10 a.m.
Boys and girls cross country at the Flash Rock Invitational at 9 a.m.
And now back to the news desk.